Y'all, it's your boy Wavy, Stay Wavy TV, back at y'all with another one. Let's talk about this week's Saturday night main event, PLE. The main event is going to be Goldberg versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. And I want to give you guys my prediction for this match, right? Now, first of all, this match is going to be horrible. I don't see this match going past 10 minutes. And this is all because of Goldberg's physical shape right now, right? He obviously has some type of leg injury. The guy limps when he walks. If you look at Goldberg's appearances leading up to this PLE, right? Goldberg's not even in shape. Like, the guy's coming out to the ring, breathing super heavy, sweating bullets, looking like he just got done running 30 minutes on the treadmill. I think this match is happening too soon. I think this match should have been at SummerSlam to give Goldberg more time to, get in a proper shape to give the fans a good match. But when you look at Goldberg's recent matches, they haven't been long. So I'm not expecting this to be a long match. Like I said, I'm not expecting this match to be more than 10 or 15 minutes. And I think it's going to be a squash match. I think that Goldberg is going to beat Gunther. Let me explain why, right? I think Goldberg is going to beat Gunther because Seth freaking Rollins is going to cash in his Money in the Bank this Saturday. So Goldberg's going to win. He's going to squash Gunther. Like, honestly, do you guys think that, Triple H took the title away from Jey Uso and gave it to Gunther just for Goldberg to have his last match in the company and not win the title? It doesn't make any sense, right? So he's going to beat Gunther. He's going to win the World Heavyweight Championship. And then Seth freaking Rollins is going to come out with Paul Heyman and Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. And you are going to see Braun Breaker spear the living shit out of Goldberg. Like, I think Braun Breaker is going to spear Goldberg so hard that he's going to shit on himself in the ring. You know what I'm saying? You're going to see doo-doo all over the goddamn ring on Saturday after Braun Breaker is running 40 miles per hour and spears, just absolutely splits Goldberg in half, right? Then I can see Bronson Reed's fat ass, his 400-pound fat ass. I can see him tsunami splashing Goldberg. And then I can see Seth Rollins curb stomping Goldberg. And then Seth Rollins cashes in and wins the World Heavyweight title, right? Now, I could also see this going another way. I could also see Roman Reigns coming out and stopping Seth Rollins from winning the World Heavyweight Championship. But it doesn't make sense because think about this, right? If Seth Rollins doesn't cash in, then Goldberg would have to remain champion. We all know this is Goldberg's last match. That's not going to happen, right? So maybe Gunther retains the World Heavyweight Championship. And then Seth Rollins attempts to cash in on Gunther. And then Roman Reigns comes out and pretty much, stops Seth. That's another thing I could see happening. But I think that Seth Rollins is going to successfully cash in. I think he's going to take that World Heavyweight Championship from Goldberg. It only makes sense because, like I said, this is Goldberg's last match. And Goldberg is old, man. He's old. He's wrinkly. He's injured. Guy can barely walk. There's no way he retains this championship and then sticks around for not even another month. It's just not going to happen. You understand what I'm saying? He's going to get his revenge on Gunther, and then Seth Rollins is going to cash in. Now, honestly, before, I thought that Gunther was going to win this match because I felt like this is Triple H trying to get Gunther over with the fans. Let's be honest, guys. Like, when you think of the most unpopular wrestler on the main rosters with Raw and SmackDown, Gunther has to be top 3. Like, when Gunther comes out, nobody cheers, everybody boos. Like, nobody cares about this guy, which is why it makes absolutely no sense that they took the title off of Jey Uso, who is arguably the most popular wrestler in the company right now. They took the title away from him. He only had it for like a little over, a month or two? I'd say like it was like 61 days. So that's like 2 months. Yeah, pretty much it was 2 months, right? You take the title from him, you give it back to this guy Gunther, who nobody cares about, just to have him fight a senior citizen 60-year-old Goldberg. You know what I'm saying? But this is what Triple H does, right? Like, you look at Evolution, which is going to take place on Sunday after Saturday Night Main Event. You have a match between Tiffany Stratton versus a 50-something-year-old Trish Stratus. That doesn't make any sense either. But think about it. He's going to have Tiffany Stratton beat Trish Stratus to make Tiffany Stratton look bigger and more popular than she is. We know she's not a good wrestler. She botches moves. She's terrible on the mic. Her gimmick sucks. It's Tiffy time. But if she can beat a Hall of Fame wrestler like Trish Stratus, then it makes people perceive her bigger than what she really is. So if Gunther successfully beats Goldberg, right, and he retains, people are going to say, oh my God, Gunther just beat Goldberg. But the problem is Goldberg is washed. You know, when Goldberg is walking towards the ring, he's doing the stanky leg without even trying. His legs is fucked up. You know, he's not as muscular as he used to be. He's old, he's wrinkly, he's great. You know what I'm saying? Goldberg shouldn't even be wrestling anymore. He shouldn't even have a final match. He just hang it up. Remember, guys, this is the same Goldberg that almost broke The Undertaker's neck. You guys remember that? You guys remember when Goldberg picked up The Undertaker and his knee buckled and he slammed him the wrong way and almost snapped his neck? That's the same Goldberg that's going to fight for a world title this week. Like, it's unbelievable how Triple H is able to get TKO to sign off on this bullshit. And I can guarantee you that The Rock is telling Triple H, yo, Paul, this ain't the right move, bro. Paul Levesque, this ain't it. But Triple H, being this egotistical guy that he is, you know, Triple H, he thinks he's the king of kings. Can't you play the game? I'm the king of kings. Fiend. Shout out to my boy C-Jax. You know, Triple H thinks that the world revolves around him. You understand what I'm saying? So, in Triple H's mind, he thinks that whatever he does, he thinks it's incredible. It doesn't matter how many fans on Twitter or how many videos we make on YouTube telling Triple H that what he's doing sucks. You know, all he cares about is what he wants, what he likes. You know, Triple H cares about himself, bro. That's why he did an interview when he told all the fans that's complaining, oh man, I wish you guys would just watch the show and shut the fuck up. You know, stop being critics, just watch the show, take it for what it is, and just keep your mouth shut. That's the kind of guy Triple H is. The guy is just an absolute idiot. You know what I'm saying? But I want Triple H to continue doing this, man, because eventually what's going to happen is TKO is going to see the weekly views for Raw and SmackDown continue to decline. Eventually, Raw is going to lose their deal with Netflix because Netflix is going to realize that there's no benefit of having Raw on Netflix, and they're going to lose their Netflix deal. SmackDown probably won't even be around. Guys, let's be honest, guys. SmackDown just went from 3 hours to 2 hours again, and it's still shitty, right? So if things continue how they are right now with Triple H being the booker, SmackDown's not even going to be around anymore because we all know that Raw is more popular than SmackDown. SmackDown is the B-side show, but I'm hearing so many people like my boy C-Jax that they can't even watch more than 30 minutes or an hour of SmackDown because the matches are so trash, and it's true. So if things continue how they're continuing, eventually USA Network is going to say, you know what? We don't see the benefit of having SmackDown. We don't want it on here no more. You guys are going to have to find another channel to air this bullshit because we don't want it. And you're only going to have Raw. So, you know, TKO, man, fire Triple H while you can, man. Get rid of Triple H. Replace him with Shawn Michaels and have somebody else take over NXT because Shawn Michaels has done an incredible job with NXT. You know what I'm saying? You look at Stephanie Valkyrie, Trick Williams. You know what I'm saying? Ricky Starks is already moving up to the main roster. He hasn't even been signed to the WWE for 6 months yet, and he's supposedly moving up to the main roster when the WWE draft happens. You know, Shawn Michaels is just good at what he does, man. And Triple H just needs to just step away, man. You know, you don't know what you're doing. You're predictable. You do this long-term booking where you keep booking the same matches. You drag out storylines for almost 2 years straight. You know what I'm saying? And things just don't make any sense, man. I think everybody that's a true wrestling fan would agree that the fact that Goldberg is getting a title shot at 60 years old when he can barely walk and his knee buckles every time he walks and does the stanky leg, This is garbage, bro. This doesn't make any sense. And we just got to keep calling them out, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I can guarantee you guys, Triple H is listening to what we're saying. TKO is listening to what we're saying. And it's getting to a point, bro, where people are just going to start booing, right? When you start seeing shows on Raw and SmackDown and Saturday Night Main Event, the fans are just going to start booing, bro. Like, don't be surprised if Gunther versus Goldberg is so bad that the whole arena is just booing during the whole match. You know what I'm saying? So that's my prediction. Seth Rollins will cash in and win Money in the Bank. Let me know your guys' prediction. What do you guys think is going to happen with this match between Goldberg and Gunther for the World Heavyweight title? It's your boy Webby. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, thumbs up the video, subscribe, follow your boy. I'm out.